Hey, you guys. Good afternoon. Just piggybacking on the conversation that I was discussing yesterday on autistic children, and being that I do have a teenager that is autistic. Um, this is like my second time going live, so I have not actually did a whole video. My son does have a YouTube channel, and he's showing me how to do this and the whole nine. But bear with me. But um, there's a lot of children out here that is autistic, and their parents are not aware that they are autistic. And there's different categories. Every child is different. There's Asperger's, there's a lot, and I happen to be a parent that has a 17-year-old that was diagnosed back here in 2017, I believe. Um, he's very challenging. I love him to life, but it can be very difficult. And, it takes a village to raise children, especially when you have children that they label as being autistic. But I label my son as no label because he's a child, and he's very smart, very intelligent. He's actually working on writing a book. And I just learned a lot from him. And just going through situations with him, challenges, just going through the whole nine. He's not turned. He's taught me a lot of things. Um, I cannot discipline or punish him the way I would punish my 13-year-old. Let's just say my approach is different. Um, you know, it's just a learning experience for me. Um, Dealing with this, and just a lot, just life in itself, very challenging, very overwhelming, but there's nothing that I can't handle. And, even if you guys cannot relate, I'm definitely open to hear any advice you want to give me, or if anything I can, resources I can give you so we can all work through this together. Again, this is my first time. I'm sorry, my second time going live. I'm not on here every day. I do plan on being on here a little bit more. Um, so, like I say, this is just a continuation from autism. Not dealing with the child, but being able to manage a child with the behaviors and all that comes with his social skills and all that. And just getting to know me as a person. You know, I'm 40 years old. I have a 20-year-old, I have a 17-year-old, and I have a 13-year-old, and I am married. I've been married for almost 4 years. I take care of my mom full time. I'm her caregiver. Um, it's not easy, but somehow, some way, I manage with God's help. Um, but that's basically my life. I'm not gonna say I don't have a life, but my main priorities is taking care of my mom and taking care of my family and everything. And we live in a cruel world out here, a cold world out here. Whereas a lot of the officers are not trained to deal with young men or young women that's autistic. And they treat them like they're just animals, and then a lot of the autistic children, they go missing. A lot of them are not able to talk. A lot of them are able to talk. My son talks. He has a speech impediment, but he talks. But I'm just learning to adapt, learning how to work better with my son. not necessarily keeping him medicated because there's no medicine for autism. There's nothing at all. It's just you just have to be able to manage and know how to cope and get with different groups to know how to handle it and how to deal with it. And like I said, a lot of enforcement officers where I am, they're not trained to deal with situations or children with that, with that label. They're not trained. And I think they need to be trained, just like they need to be trained to deal with mental illness, because mental illness is real and it affects a lot of us. But yeah, so if you have any suggestions or comments, again, our reply may not be it may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but I will definitely reply. And I plan on being more consistent and not consistent just starting videos alone with my son when he's home and when he's in school, by myself. But yeah, I just want to chat about, autism, and we'll get into some other things as time progresses. And I hope you guys have had a very good holiday. I know mine was quiet and peaceful. So you guys have a great day. Today is Friday. Enjoy, 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 enjoy your weekend. Be blessed. Love hard. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. So you want to live today like it's your last. God bless and have a good weekend.